We're live.
Okay, welcome to Surrender Loud, our Edges night. Ash, let's give a nice little summary of what Edges is first before we get started. Edges, for those of you who haven't heard about this yet, is our night where we lean into ourselves. So tonight is going to be a night where we melt into our hips quite a bit. But for the first 10 or 15 minutes or so, we're going to get ourselves really sensitive to just increased amounts of sensations inside ourselves. So we're going to spend some time here for a second and just get nice and meditative. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. We don't say that we have the right way.
Yeah, just start by getting really
We're just trying to find a place between our thoughts first.
Yeah, just start by sitting somewhere comfortable. And we're just going to relax for a moment and just observe everything inside of ourselves. Not react to anything. Just allow ourselves to be aware in equanimity. Just enjoy these vibrations for a moment as we take some deep breaths. A little more sensitive.
Tell me about the 4 square breathing.
I talked about square breathing last time. It's a practice I really like right now. It oxygenates the blood very well and activates some of our nervous system and immune system. And it's a system where you breathe in for 4 seconds, and then you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you breathe out for 4 seconds, and then you hold that for 4 seconds. So it goes like this. Inhale.
2, 3, 4.
Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And you can keep doing that if you like. Just keep taking some deep breaths.
Take one big, huge, deep breath, like bigger than you normally take during the day. It'll fill up your lungs, bigger than you've ever filled them up. Not all the way just up, but also out. Let your rib cage go out. Fill up your lungs big and deep. As soon as you're at the top of it, hold it for 10 seconds. Take a minute and just feel like every part of your body is just going to let go with the next exhale of all of your tension even more. Relax your body even more. Relax your forehead. Relax your face muscles even more. Don't try to hold any certain type of face. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Just observe your breathing without labeling anything, but just observe how your body's naturally breathing on its own. Just observing how the in-breath naturally goes in at whatever rate it does. Almost watch your breath like it's a ebb and flow of the tide. And every one is different. Just observing. Take your awareness to your left thumb, your whole thumb. And just sense anything you sense there without labeling it. As soon as you can sense anything in your thumb at all, then take your awareness to your lips. And don't try to do anything with your lips, just observe any sensations you feel in both your lips at the same time, with your lips lightly pressed together, just barely touching. Try to keep your awareness on the inside of you right now. Any external focus will keep you from getting into it. The internal focus, relaxed. And you can play around with stillness as well. If your body wants to fidget, you can play around with just like, all right, for the next minute, I'm going to be perfectly still. And when you do that, you see how quickly all these little tiny agitations will come up where you want to fidget or move. And if you just remain just observant instead of feel like you need to react, it's amazing how quickly it programs. It's very clever. Keep your awareness on your lips and change the size of your awareness from really small to where maybe you're just feeling like a dime size right in the middle, and expand it out to where it gets like the size of a quarter. Maybe expand it out to where it go travel from the left to the right. Start playing around with your awareness on your lips and just let your awareness be the thing that is just observing without labeling. Everything is all right here in this present moment. Everything is all right here in this present moment. Everything's always in the present moment. Just learn how to become sensitive to it. Become receptive to it. Play with your awareness. Go back and forth from observation of just your breath to observation of sensations in your lips, in your mouth, and go back and forth. At whatever pace you know you can go, just awareness on the inside, being in control of observation. not going to be a helpful practice right now, so let go of thinking. Travel with your awareness. Travel on the inside with your awareness anywhere you want to go now. For the next few minutes, just go where you want to go with your awareness on the inside of you. Anywhere, as big or as small, as fast or as slow, you're in control. Thoughts that come, just let them go. It's not what you want right now. Just here to be away from thinking, here to gain control of your inner world, learning how to travel with your awareness at whatever pace you want to. Make it like the size of a baseball. Go throughout your whole body. Try to increase the speed of it going further and further. But you're just observing. Without labeling. As soon as you get to one area, if you sense anything at all, keep it traveling. Keep it traveling. Training yourself right now. Training ourselves to be okay with everything as it is. Everything really is okay right here in the present moment. Is everything really okay in the present moment? Is it really? Still the present moment. Is everything okay?
So on our Monday night, we normally will do this kind of meditation. We'll lean into stillness. And tonight, we kind of want to lean into physical edges. So as you're kind of sitting there, maybe kind of just kind of feel your body. Feel where it needs the most love. Feel where you're holding the most tension. Really allow yourself to stretch out and move. However you feel like you need to be even more comfortable.
Good, man.
Really take note of how you're feeling in your body. If there's anywhere, any way you can move, or any way you can position your mind, even, or emotions to make yourself, feel more comfortable and more complete.
Take your awareness to wherever the first place is that you can think that it comes to your awareness that you want to move into next. Because we're going to shift up everything right now, and we're not going to be in the same exact body position. We're going to move from getting ourselves sensitive to now playing around with the sensitivity that we have. The recommendation is to move really mindfully. Move every bit of your body right now. Move mindfully. Try to make every movement something you're aware of. Even the micro movements. Try to practice making your little micro movements of I want this part of my hips to be a little bit more loose. Okay, very, very, very slowly and mindfully take your awareness right to this next place that you want to go inside yourself and find the most tension you can build up in that area possible. Build a bunch of tension right there in that area right now. This is different than what you've been doing. You've just been relaxing. Now you're going to be building some tension. In that exact little area, start creating tension. And you want to do this with your whole body as much as possible. So start mindfully moving your body into a position where, whether you're on all fours, like in an animal pose, or any kind of a place where you can get into full body connection, where you want to feel your whole body connecting all at once, as much as possible. Most of my whole life I spent thinking my whole body parts were all separate from each other. It's liberating to get down in and find those edges on the inside with our awareness, and then ride them almost like we're surfing. Any pops and cracks that you experience in the process of creating that tension is a healthy thing. It's a balancing thing. It's a, hey, let's wake this area up kind of thing. And so in the very, very middle of us, we want to activate those big trunks. Think of yourself like a big old tree. You get on all fours, put your hands down on the ground, feet down on the ground. You can get into a really good whole body connection. From this position, I can literally heal myself of anything I want to heal myself of. But right now, let's just get used to the idea that we can be connecting our whole entire body in some kind of way, no matter where we are. I can get just a tiny little bit stronger. That sounds good. I want to be a tiny little bit more flexible. That sounds good. When you create that tension, let your awareness and the tension become one thing, and then just slowly move it down, move it up, move it over, move it anywhere it wants to go. You know right where it wants to go because you can see the direction it's going. Now which direction do you want it to go? Now what direction do you want it to go? Find that edge and then ride it like you're surfing a wave. You're kind of stretching, but you're kind of relaxing into stretch at the same time. It's like finding this balanced spot, and you got to be sensitive to it. Keep your awareness on the inside. Ashton, what's some of the coolest stuff you've learned lately about your own edges?
Really learned, a lot about, limitation. I didn't used to even be able to like that. But, even just the tiniest bit of practice, the tiniest bit of just, when you think you can only get like this far, and you just kind of relax and you spend some time with your body, and lean into, give your body full body connection, you kind of understand how your body works more and more. Begin to push farther than you thought possible.
When you're in that place where you feel like you're kind of like riding a wave is just one way to say it. But when you've created some awareness on your insides and you take tension to it, you can heal any part of yourself right there with that awareness matched to that tension. Match your breathing to it, and it gets more magical. Feel like you're water with it, and it gets more magical. Feel like every single breath you take is just one with it, even more magical. Feel like all the warmth that you can gather everywhere, from everything, and feel inside. Feel that warmth. You can learn how to travel that warmth around and take it to different areas. Just play around with your edges. And it just feels so good. 1 hour of this every week is like, it's good. I like to do it all day, every day right now because it feels too good to find one little liberation after another inside my body where I felt like I was fixed before. Take your awareness and all that tension and all that practice you've been doing down into your hips and find some new way to position yourself where you're going to liberate your hips even more. When we melt our hips, every part of our body is affected dramatically because we've been holding, most of us have been holding so much resistance and tension down in our hips. And so when we liberate them, without saying. Nature favors courage and bravery. By leaning into an edge, you're being brave. Most people approach an edge. What I did my whole entire life was approach an edge and say, oh, that looks scary. That looks too hard. That looks whatever. Turn around. Come back inside. Find some way to gratify myself. Didn't want to push on that edge. That's a really good question. Thank you. So I like to do this in a way where it starts out as what it feels like to be pain. And then I lightly kind of back off a little bit and I say, hey, wait, what does that edge, the very edge of that, feel like? What if I just stay on the edge of it and I try to find out how to turn that pain into something different? The agitation of it, what if I could turn it into like activation? What if there's on that edge of pain, right there on the most acute edge of the pain, is there a spot where I can roll over the edge so it's not like an acute, like it has to be like I'm gonna die if I, but is there a way to roll over to make it more like easy and
Like Ashley was talking about, like stretching out. Just
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Instead of stretching
So
and
trying to force it, yeah.
relaxing into stretch is a way to let it happen. Just by getting yourself in a funky position.
I just want you to know I'm hurting.
Okay, Shelly, we're empathetically with you on this.
Okay,
We're
just
all
know.
We're all hurting right now a little bit.
Okay.
I like to make myself hurt a little bit to feel like I deserve what's coming next. Right? Because I like to reward myself with the increased amount of strength and flexibility. And so a little bit of hurt is what I feel like I merited with. And so it seems like I want to be putting some effort in. Really, life can be effortless if we want it to be. But if you want to become a strong thing, well, then you got to put in some effort to be strong. If you want to be a mentally strong thing, you put in that mental time. Emotionally strong, socially strong, spiritually strong. I mean, there's a lot of dimensions of our lives, and when we focus on all of it and just be great everywhere.
Wow. There you go.
I was wondering if
Nice, Alex.
like breathing into it. So you said if there's like a little bit of pain, how it feels to breathe into ourselves. Because I can't stretch at all. Like it hurts.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like you can
breathe
split, but
into
I'm
it.
like breathing into
Yeah,
it and letting
yeah.
it go.
Yes.
And like letting it be a part of my brain.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
And so that's what I'm not focusing necessarily like on my foot. I'm focusing on how I'm breathing.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That was so perfect. Yes, you're doing the right thing. There's no right or wrong to this. I'm saying you're doing the right thing, but you're doing exactly what you want to be doing. In 1 hour's
It
time,
was
you're
more
saying,
just like an explanation of how I'm very.
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
For me,
It's helpful.
she was trying to make it explain for me. Because sometimes I don't understand.
But I've never done this before, but I was like, well, and then I was focusing a lot on the back of my eyes and what kind of shapes and designs whatever the blackness was making.
Oh, cool.
Nice,
That's
nice.
what I was trying to do.
Oh, very
How
cool.
fun.
That's fun.
That helped Shelley.
Me too.
Ages is the night that we decide that we like to just become increasingly strong, like true strength, instead of all this false empowerment stuff like we were talking about before. Just so many versions of false empowerment being propped up everywhere. And it's like laughable because we all know it. You see something like that, and it's just like, yeah, I know something intuitively about it. It seems like there's something missing.
What does false empowerment mean? Like you don't have the mind strength or the body strength, but you feel like you do?
Well, let me give you an example. You're driving down the road and you see a billboard that says something along the lines of, hey, if you do this kind of plastic surgery, empowerment. Think about that word.
We don't get it. That
No,
doesn't make
no,
sense. I don't understand.
Okay,
No,
so,
I get
so
it.
they're
I
saying, so the
get it,
billboard is saying, so the world, so part of somebody out there is saying, hey, empower yourself.
Okay.
But in all reality,
You're driving.
there is a thing, there's something, there's emptiness, because we're focused externally instead of internally.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be mind and body.
Yeah.
So if you
Exactly.
have false
So
empowerment,
it's-
you probably feel like you have a powerful mind, but you probably don't.
You're wanting balance in all the areas of your life. You're wanting it socially, you're wanting it spiritually, you're wanting it mentally, you're wanting it emotionally, you're wanting it physically. Right now we're focusing on our physicality, but in all reality there's mental edges, there's emotional edges, there's social edges, there's spiritual edges, and we have all these words that we put together that keep us from relating to others. So the reason we do this is because we believe everybody deserves to enjoy living. We happen to have learned that everybody everybody enjoys living more when they're actually collaborating with each other, and that requires us to be relatable. And so right now, we're just trying to do the very thing to become the most relatable things that we can be to maximize our enjoyment of living. It's just simple. That's why we're not charging for this. It's too pure. How can we charge to show you that we all heal ourselves? We're our own healers. We are our own healers. We are our own healers. We are our own healers. If we don't know that yet, we have to know we are our own healers. We're our own healers.
Well, I already
We
shared
are.
with you.
What's that?
I already shared with you how I healed myself.
I know.
Yeah.
You know it,
7
yes.
years, dude.
Yeah.
It's powerful. Your example of that is going to help a lot of people, Jelly.
I know.
It's
I
powerful.
found out about, yeah.
muscles in the middle of us called psoas. And when you get into an Indian squat, or I don't know what kind of squat this is called, like, that's not the right name for it. A what? Sumo squat. Whenever you just get into a squat, at first you feel like, oh, my knees can't handle this, and my whatever. But the stronger we get by doing this kind of stuff, it connects the whole body. Pushes back into, oh yeah, I'm the one who gets to choose it. What else, Ash? About the hips. How would you lean into your hips right now?
I was doing it really well earlier. I like how she was just, that's the simplest way. I love doing this.
Yeah.
It's such a good way to go.
I feel like I wasn't stretching enough though. You got this dude flipping around on these ropes and I'm like, yeah, am I not putting enough effort?
No, Amy,
Give me
don't
stretch
compare.
a little
That's what
more.
it's all
I know, I
about.
don't compare, yeah. It's just trying to let the movie funny.
It's understandable.
I'm trying to learn how to get into this.
I like your energy so much, Tony. You're so good.
The splits is a really good way to get into the hips. I'm not that far.
Oh, get you
I'm
good.
definitely trying.
The biggest thing for me with this is like I'm trying to improve my grip strength. So sometimes I'll just hang like this. I'll just hang on a bar and let my body weight be held up by my forearms. So that then, like when I'm upside down, the biggest thing, just stay straight.
Wow, Alex.
You still
Keep my
trying to,
hip right, yeah.
you still try to focus on your hands the most in that position?
Ashton, why don't you talk about the value you get out of doing this inverted?
Oh yeah.
Same concept. Go walk through edges, but from an inverted standpoint,
What I
like
love.
doing a
I
headstand.
think one of the best stretches and exercises I love to do is I love
Talk
to
close to that
I love
mic.
to stand on my head. And I do it right now. And I'm gonna walk through it. You know, I love it because for a lot of reasons. It's this practice that takes a lot of concentration, as well as balance, as well as strength and flexibility. So it has all these aspects that make it a very balanced exercise.
Try to walk them through while you're doing it.
So I just walk my feet forward from that position. So I kind of have a fulcrum point. Take my feet up. And put myself out, using my core. At this point, it just kind of comes down to moving around your balance and muscles and doing micro movements to get to the most effortless place. I have been able to stand up just my head before, but it's pretty hard. There's so many good exercises, but I definitely love this one. My legs, and even go into my hips. Try to keep splits from here. Then, just have to keep breathing, because you're pushing into all these different edges and stretching, and oh, can I do it? Oh, do I have the strength? Another breath.
When you're first getting started on the head like this, in my experience, it's like a massive edge because you're right on your neck and you're like, my neck's not supposed to be taking this much pressure. But if you're leaning into it and practicing what we learned earlier with your just awareness traveling on the inside, makes it all possible.
Position is just seeing, what part of you feels the most, uncomfortable or you have aversion to. You focus on it, you connect it with the rest of your body and mind, and let go and adjust accordingly.
Try to keep your awareness on the inside as much as possible. If you're in the middle of doing the surrender lab thing, you want your awareness to be on the inside. And so sometimes if you're watching the screen or whatever, as often as possible, close your eyes and just imagine what's happening instead, and keep your awareness on the inside as much as possible. It's very helpful. Wow, that is so impressive, bro. That's awesome.
So yeah, that's really what Edge's Night is all really about. It's just about making our bodies healthier and leaning into the most natural ways that we feel that we need to be the way we want to be.
Whole body is the key. That's why we're doing Edge's Night. We're showing that it's whole body. Once you get to your body, once we do the stuff that we did to begin with, get ourselves sensitive enough, then you get into your body, and it's amazing how you can build that strength so much quicker.
any negative energy that you feel like no longer applies to you. You know, we did a lot of movement, a lot of talk. Maybe feel into your body and feel if you feel any different from how we started this session. Enjoying growth and valuing how you can change and how much power you have to change inside of yourself.
I used to weigh 318 pounds. I had no flexibility. I was stuck. And I have gotten stronger and lost a whole bunch of weight. I have no idea how much weight because I don't weigh myself. By learning how to go on the inside of myself. Every single thing that everybody ever says about how to lose weight, it can all be right. Anything you do works. It's just, are we going to move into a place of, hey, I'm now going to care for myself. Hey, now I'm going to care for myself. Now it's time for me to actually care for myself. And that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing this. We're doing it because we just want a space for everybody to be able to care for themselves. So, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. I really hope you got some good inspiration. You feel good in every way.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
You guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Love you all.